ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Under the Ring podcast. It's me, your boy, the Silverback Almas. Yeah, I changed my name again because I ain't win shit. God damn it. I changed my name again because I ain't win shit. And you know what? Hear this now. If I come in second place the next time we do predictions, the IC title is coming back. I'm letting you know that right fucking now. If I'm in second place next predictions, the IC title is fucking coming back. I'm going out. I'm holding a fucking belt. I don't give a fuck if you say no, motherfucker. I changed it the first time. I'm gonna change it again. That's what's going on.
We retired.
Oh, hell to the fuck no, we didn't. Hell to the fuck no. Hell no to the no. Ladies and gentlemen. Nah, if I come in second place this fucking time, I'm coming out with a fucking belt. The IC title is coming back to me, god damn it. It's coming to me, god damn it. Now, joining us from Louisville, Kentucky, he is somebody who don't have a fucking belt.
I don't.
Right now.
I am the first and only, gonna stay the only.
Now that's bullshit. Ever. Like I said, if I come in second place, that motherfucker is coming back. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard it today, August 18th. If Kenny comes in second place, the next time we do predictions, that IC title is fucking coming back. Joining us, Matty fucking Bischoff. Say hello.
What's up, good people? Obviously, I'm back to back being Matty Bischoff because Mr. O2, Mr. King Weezy over here, then won my damn title. And this is some bullshit, but it's all right. We're basically rocking Stone Cold. I called it rocking Mankind because, I mean, all the circumstances that have happened. But I'm happy for Mongo. I'm salty.
That ain't cool.
But
that's messed up.
I ain't happy for you. I ain't happy for you.
Kenny has basically guaranteed, y'all. He said if he comes in second. So guess what that means? He's about to come in third. He's about to come in fourth. I'm about to come
Here's the bullshit. Here's the bullshit. The IC title only comes back if I come in second. If somebody else does, there is no IC title.
I know.
So
I know. That's what I'm saying. You're going to come in third, and it's going to stay going.
All right, that's the bullshit. I'm winning a motherfucking title. Joining us from where you at today, Mongo? What fucking where you at today, sir? Because I can't even say that you're normally where you're normally at. So where are you at today?
I'm in beautiful Greenville, South Carolina.
Oh,
joining us from beautiful Greenville, South Carolina. He is our undisputed, reigning predictions champion, Mr. Wheezy, Mr. O2. Sometimes we call him a doctor, but most of the time we call him Greg. Give it up for your champion, folks, Mongo.
Hold on, I think I hear something. What is that?
Oh God!
What?
You hear? You know what you hear? You hear people breathing regular. You wheezing bastard. That's what you hear.
So I can't hear this gorgeous music. Hold on, this. Yeah, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, beautiful. Music in my ear.
Stop that.
Listen.
See what happens when Matty Reigns disappears, y'all?
Such a hater.
Stop that. You're white.
No.
I rigged shit. I didn't rig it.
I came in last.
Now we're not bringing back the tag belts. We're not bringing back the tag belts. That was way too many people being champions.
After months of tying, or having weekends where I win it one day and lose it the next, back to Matt or back to Tito, I get 3 weeks with this shit.
Just for you to defend it 3 times in one weekend.
3 times in 1 weekend.
In 1 weekend. You got to defend that shit 3 times in 1 weekend. Let's get into some wrestling news.
Hey. I mean, the point is I get to defend it, unlike someone who hasn't been able to defend a belt since April. So, it's
That's what happens when you give me power. All right, fucking happens when you give me power. That's what happens when you give me power. I can remove a motherfucker.
I'm top champ now. I'll take it away. I'll take it away just to be a dick.
Danhausen.
Okay. Well, let's get into some wrestling news.
Yeah,
all right, the big news that's going on right now, if you have been keeping up, is the mass releasing of NXT UK stars. It appears that NXT UK is pretty much shutting down, but they're going to relaunch under the banner of NXT Europe. So it should be a combination of pretty much everybody, but in the process, 24 people get on. Mongo, you have that list one more time?
I do. So, like you said, there were 24. It was 23 wrestlers and then one ring announcer. Saxon Huxley.
What the ring announcer do?
I guess they weren't announcing. I don't know. Show shut down.
You don't say shit correctly. Bye.
Saxon Huxley. Saxon Huxley.
Who the fuck is that? Who? Hold up. I asked you that when you said it in the fucking chat. Who the fuck is Saxon Huxley?
I remember him showing up. I think he showed up around the time of like the tournament deal.
A lot of those people. That's how a lot of them are. Like you saw them like once or twice when it launched, and then they just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Run around. Zaya Brookside, which is the daughter of
Robbie
Brookside, who was really doing well for herself. Finally, she's kind of like found her own edge after I think they turned her heel for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got Tiaman, T-Bone, Eddie Dennis, Sid Scala, Amir Jordan, Kenny Williams, Rohan Raja, Primate, Danny Luna, Sam Gradwell, Nina Samuels, Shaw Samuels, Ashton Smith, Dave Mastiff. The ring announcer is Christy Bosley, Amelia McKenzie, Amali, Jack Stars, Wild Boar, Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster, who were two very popular wrestlers over there as subculture. And then Trent Seven was released.
That one,
which is just
the Flash Gordon and Mark Andrews, the Flash Webster and the Mark Andrews one, and Trent Seven and Mastiff really surprised me.
Yeah,
those guys are pretty much staples in the company.
The only thing that I could think of them doing with all of these releases, and it ended up, I read something saying that all of these people that have been released have a chance to come back. They're probably have already told them, hey, you're not going to be in the plans for Worlds Collide. You're not going to be in the plans for since they're about to be on hiatus. So there's no point in having you just sitting at home, not being just sitting at home doing nothing. We'll just let y'all out y'all's contracts. Y'all can do indie dates, and when we start back, we'll just bring you back. Because that basically tells you, if you're not like Tyler Bate, if you don't have a belt, and if you're not trying to come over to the States or be in Worlds Collide, because also part of news, they're bringing back Worlds Collide as a part of all of this massive upheaval.
We'll get into NXT and how we had an invasion this week of that talent. Keep going, Matt. Sorry, I just wanted to.
Oh, you're fine. So yeah, I just feel like they probably just let all these people out of their contracts, and if they want to do indie dates, they can. They probably will. And then once NXT Europe pops back up in 23, probably a good majority of them are probably going to get signed back, because I don't see how can you start a brand if you don't really have many people.
And then on top of that,
and there hasn't been any negative words about it, about the exits or anything. It was all thanks for the opportunity, thanks for the time, and that's it. So I'm kind of leaning with Matt here that it's going to be short term. They'll be back, and we'll go from there.
Especially with Trent Seven, He's definitely coming back because at some point, whether they want to do it, they have to have Mustache Mountain come over as a team. At some point, they have to have them come over as a team and like do something because that team literally put NXT. That team and Pete Dunne put NXT UK on the map.
Yeah, they're the forefathers of NXT UK, and now it's going to be NXT Europe, which makes sense instead of just keeping it in the UK.
Yeah,
it's all
Europe. Majority of the roster and the majority of the champions have not been strictly from the UK.
Right.
So, that makes total sense. But like you're saying, Mustache Mountain, like that trio, British Strong style, there would have not have been an NXT UK without that group.
It really wouldn't have. They
had no, like, as great as a talent they have, those are the names that people knew or names that people got really invested in when that tournament happened.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. It was those three guys. So to not have Trent around is wild. I do think he'll come back to and I think they also said that they're bringing back the European Championship for the brand.
Yeah. Apparently it's going to be the NXT UK title, which was the top title at NXT UK, will now become the second highest title in NXT Europe. The NXT European title will now be the top title in NXT Europe.
So Kenny, since you didn't watch them, I know a lot of people didn't watch UK. UK had the UK Championship, the tag titles, the Women's Championship, and then they had something called the
Heritage Cup. Heritage Cup is getting cut.
Yeah. Heritage Cup was a neat idea, but
it just doesn't hit.
It didn't fit with what WWE does, and that's right. Just, Heritage Cup, if you didn't know what it was like Ring of Honor's Pure Rules belt.
I was just getting ready to say Heritage Cup is more of a Ring of Honor.
Yeah, it was a trophy that you fought for, and you had rounds. You had certain rules you had to follow as far as like closed fists and stuff like that. It was really interesting. I liked it, but it does not feel like a WWE thing. So that does not surprise me if it doesn't come back.
Well, this is about to be a banger. We got Speedball versus my boy Vanessa for the X Division title right now on Impact.
Speedball's having a hell of a run this year, man. Good God, I think he's got a match with Ospreay coming up.
Yes, he does.
But yeah, so that's NXT UK stuff. We'll talk about it later on when we cover the rest of the week. But we saw Gallus beat Priest. I can never remember what her name is in NXT.
Well, it's something Davenport. It's like Blair
Davenport.
Blair.
You're right. Thank you. And then we saw Tyler Bate, who was wearing the UK Championship. Now
they just spoiled the whole fucking tournament.
Right. If you were watching, Dragunov got stripped of the belt because he got hurt. And they did a tournament, and I was trying my best to not get spoiled by it. And then NXT just spoiled the shit out of it.
And they spoiled it even worse because they had Bate come out, and then they got rid of Trent Seven. So
what you call it? Here's the thing, Mongo. Remember, I told you I knew who won that tournament like 2-3 weeks ago. And I was like, "Yo, you want to know the spoiler?" You were like, "No." And I think I told you, Matt, right? I think I told you.
Yeah.
That, I'm new to the chat, so y'all can talk about it, or like y'all talk about it in another chat or something like that. That's what I get for trying to like not spoil myself on shit. The main company does it themselves.
Right. Should have just went with my spoiler 2 weeks earlier.
But that makes Tyler Bate not only the youngest to ever win that belt, it makes him the only 2-time champion.
Here's the thing. If Pete Dunne wouldn't have left, he would have been the first 2-time champion. That's number one.
If you would have gotten it back from Walter?
Easily. Yes. I also think that the pandemic really fucked up a lot with NXT UK.
Oh, yeah. It messed up their whole global plans. That's why they're just now starting to try and do stuff now.
Right, like because right when they were starting to get really popping, because remember, all of us actually started watching for a while. Like, okay, give you UK a try. We're gonna give UK a try, and then once Walter took the belt back to the UK, we definitely going to try. And then Dragon off, we were like, yeah, but then the pandemic hit. They couldn't
Pandemic
travel.
froze UK for it froze
They
their plans for 6 months, I think.
Yeah, because
They
the
were
UK wasn't
they were in a lot of
UK
trouble.
wasn't playing. The UK wasn't playing. It wasn't like the US. They really shut the fuck down. Okay, like they wasn't. The UK was not like Georgia, where there was still people partying. The UK shut the fuck down. But if they wouldn't have had that, we'd have definitely had more people, more to come out of the UK because they'd have been able to travel across brands, travel across the seas to because we started getting that a little bit. When Pete Dunne was champ, he was appearing more on regular NXT with the belt, having random matches and stuff like that. So we started getting it so they could, get our eyes on UK. And then like the pandemic killed it, then that was it.
Right.
What's going on,
Should
Mike?
you joining
Hold
us
on,
from
Steelers.
Cincinnati, Ohio, after the first day back with the kids, it's Mr. Mike here with us today.
Yep. Can't say fuck them kids now.
Oh, yes,
Back
the
with the
fuck
kids.
I can.
not why you not during the school year, brother.
That's the point of it.
What you call it?
That's
Hold
I
on,
never
wait,
saw
hold
you
on,
play.
hold on. I got something for this. The view. Here we go. All right, cool. Just want to make sure. Just wanted to put that at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, yeah. There we go. There,
no,
what you
but
call
they
it?
do, but they do represent Mr. Mike. And before we continue, I just want to get an early birthday shout out to my brother, the Silverback.
Thank you,
My
sir.
friends to my Dawkins, my fellow good stoner, my fellow good brother for life, my big brother Kenny. Happy early birthday, bro. About to spark up
Thank
for
you.
you.
Thank you, sir. I'm working up for you because happy early birthday to you. Those of you, ladies and gentlemen, who don't know me and my good brother, Mr. Mike, we actually share a birthday. We are exactly 10 years apart from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So that shows you how old my ass is. For anybody that wants to know. All right. That shows you how old my ass is. And for anybody that's really confused about how old my ass is, I will be 41 on Saturday. Damn, that's
I
old.
was I was gonna say you like 36 and just leave it alone. I was gonna try to be nice to you, man.
Nah, I'll tell the truth. I'll tell the
Kenny
truth.
has embraced it. Kenny has recognized that he is older than WrestleMania.
Right. That's the part
That's what
that
I
really
think of.
brings that's the part that really brings a tear to my eye. I'm older than WrestleMania. Thank you very much. Happy birthday, motherfuckers. Thank you. But you asked the question. I've never saw UK. Should I go watch it? The beginning,
Yeah.
yes.
The beginning,
Yes.
yeah. If
The
you got
beginning.
Peacock, go ahead and watch it.
There's a lot
The
of stuff there.
first,
You get
I'd say that the
by the tournament.
original,
By the tournament.
yeah, right. Definitely look at the tournament to crown the champion. Definitely watch that. That pretty much that's when we found out Pete Dunne was a fucking badass heel.
Right. With
You know what I
William
mean? So
Regal scolding him.
right. Because that motherfucker was beating people up during the promo.
Triple H was loving it. Triple H was like, I love this.
Love the
He
intensity.
has it. He has it. William Regal was like, get him out of here.
Side note, just to go off topic, did any of you watch that special with about the match with Triple H and Mankind, their feud on A&E? Did any of you watch that?
No, I didn't.
It's
I haven't watched none of that stuff.
it's a really good watch. And if you didn't have respect for Triple H before, watching that little half hour, I think it was like a half hour, I can't remember. Watching that little show will make you have even more respect for Triple H. That Mick Foley, a guy who we know worked from the bottom down, worked from the bottom up to where he was at, gives him such high praise and credit about his in work ability and his out of the ring ability, it gives you a completely different outlook. Like I know we always hear about how people go, "Oh, Triple H was a really good guy" and stuff like that. Nah, he really is a good guy.
Yeah,
Like
is.
he really is a good dude, Joe. Like afterwards, I was like, "Yo, I liked this dude before, but nah, I'm really fucking with Trips." So if you
He's
can't,
taken a bad rap over the years just
you know
because
what
he's
it is?
married to Stephanie.
He's taking a bad rap because he's married to Stephanie and because people really think that he's Hunter Hearst Helmsley. People really think that, when he first came out, he was that whole blue blood type.
Yeah.
People really think that he's like that. That, oh, I'm better than you. Yeah, he had his moments.
Or they still think the Triple H that they saw during the McMahon Hemsley era is him, and it's
Him.
like, no, that
Right.
was literally a character.
Right. And you know what I mean? And like me and Matt, we've said it before plenty of times. Like after the whole curtain call with the click and shit, Trips was the one that had to pay the price for that shit because he was the only one
Yep.
still around. Trips was the one that had to pay the price for it. So I didn't mean to sidetrack, but if you guys get a chance, definitely watch that. It's a real good. It gives you a real good look at Triple H and Trips. You okay with me, dude? And Speedball just beat my man Bay clean. That was different. Didn't expect that to happen like that. But NXT UK, go back, watch the tournaments that when it first started. Watch the first 3 months of NXT UK. I would say that. I'd say the first
tournament. You'll get the women's tournament with Rhea Ripley winning her first belt.
Mm-hmm.
Tag tournament with Zach Gibson's crazy ass and James Drake. And then anything that involves Walter Dragunov or Pete Dunne, either of those guys, you'll have fun. There's a lot of good stuff. It's just, I think the time slot over here killed them because like it's on here at 3:00 live. You can catch it.
Here's another person that I'm happy I didn't see on that cut list because once he got to the UK, his whole character revamped, and I really Noam Dar. Noam Dar.
I thought he was going to stay over there. Not that I think he deserves to get cut, but
when he.
Sorry, go ahead.
What you call it? When he went back to the UK, and they revamped him into the whole Supernova, that was a good ass run for him as well. That was a good run for him. I'm surprised they didn't put the belt on him.
Alicia Fox.
I think had they not had the damn superhuman Walter holding that belt down for almost or over 2 years, we might have gotten him as a UK champion.
And you see, that's the thing.
Same for Joe Coffey. I guarantee you Joe Coffey would have been champion.
Oh yeah,
because Pete Dunne held it for like 700 days, didn't he?
Yeah, the UK championship has a like the shortest reign is 125 days for Tyler Bate. That's it. Next two reigns are like over 2 years combined, or over 2 years apiece. And then Dragunov, had he not gotten hurt, he was already at 300 days. Like in the UK, they were all about long, drawn out reigns, making the belts mean a lot more whenever a loss happened.
But I don't really. I'm gonna keep it. I don't really respect a lot of Walter's reign because a lot of it happened during COVID.
Yeah, that's fair. The UK was off a lot during his reign, so it's kind of hard to count that. I don't know if he would have held it for 2 years had COVID happened, or had COVID not happened.
Who knows? Because remember, who knows? Because remember, he was real big on not to the States.
That's true.
He was real big on not coming to the States. And when until he got a piece of pussy that was like, come on, I'm going to the States. Okay, baby, let's go.
Well, apparently it's a good thing he didn't want to go early because it looked like they were about to bury him last month. You'll see that report?
Yeah.
Apparently, after his showing up on Raw, Vince wanted to bury his ass. Like, he's working. Why? What? And then they had that banger last Friday with Nakamura. You know, like
and everything. Yeah. And Trips was like, yeah, this is why I'm glad I'm here now. This is why I'm glad I'm here. All right, let's move on to some more wrestling news. Margo, what do you got for us, sir?
We've got a report regarding CM Punk. So if you watched Dynamite this week, you saw CM Punk start the show, and he was throwing pipe bombs and firing off. According to Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez of Wrestling Observer Newsletter, Figure 4 Daily, his comments about Hangman Page were not part of the original plan. He just kind of said that off the cuff. If you didn't hear it, he essentially called Hangman a coward. He said, if you want to do
He said, that's not cowboy shit, that's coward shit.
Coward shit. If you want to have a title match right now, I'll sit in the ring. I'm waiting for you. Knowing that Hangman wasn't part of the segment, so he wasn't about to come down and do that. And then he says, not cowboy shit, coward shit. Everyone wants to be a champion until it's time to do champ shit. And something about if you're going to insult someone publicly, the apology should be just as loud. Whatever that meant. Apparently, Hangman made an off comment about Punk's relationship with Colt Cabana during their feud that he just did not appreciate, and decided on Wednesday to give Hangman a receipt and make Hangman look like shit. This is what was said by Alvarez and Meltzer. Meltzer says, if you're wondering about CM Punk thing at the start of the show with Adam Page, that was weird. It was weird for everyone, as in nobody knew he was going to do that. Months ago when they were feuding, they said that there was a lot of reality to it. Well, there was a lot of reality to it. I don't know what the real deal was, and nobody else does either. Punk was supposed to go out there and talk about Moxley and build the match. He did after he talked about Adam Page. That was on the earlier morning version of their show. Later on during the day, Alvarez said, well, I should mention, since a lot of people have read the wrong thing into that, whatever they're going to do next week with the title match, I saw a lot of people saying, oh, it's going to be Punk and Hangman at All Out because of Punk's promo. No, that's not the case. Punk's promo at the beginning had nothing, zero, zilch to do with whatever they're going to do at the pay-per-view. So Punk just went in to business for himself and then moved on, which was bullshit, actually, because he called the guy out and it was off script. So, of course, Hangman's not going to come out. Then Punk calls him a coward. So before you start, because I know you've got a rip, and I agree with what you're going to say, I'm just going to say this. I think, and this was also stuff that was reported by Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful. So it seems pretty legit. My only thing is, I don't know if this is real. And all the time we'll hear stuff about AEW backstage, and their diehards say, "Oh, it's just them working the dirt sheet. It's working the reporters." And I hate that. I hate that argument. I really do. But when it comes to this right now, I think that might partly be true. I think that Sean Ross Sapp basically said that he almost didn't come to Dynamite yesterday, and that he's been like threatening to quit. And considering Punk's history with WWE, Ring of Honor, other places, you can kind of believe that.
Right.
So, like, I believe some of this stuff is true. However, the fact that when Punk comes in, everyone in AEW is happy to have him there except for three guys, three specifically. Everyone remember who they were?
MJF, Eddie Kingston,
and Hangman.
Colt Cabana. Oh,
Colt Cabana. Well, but like,
he was a gimme. He don't count.
He don't count.
He grandfathered in.
Those three specifically kept saying on Dynamite and on Rampage, no one knows who you really are, but I do. All three of them said the same thing. You got the fans wrap around your fingers, but I know what you really are for this company, and I know what you're here to do. Now, all three of them said the same shit. The fact that Punk is having this issue, and they're making it like, oh, he hates Hangman. He hates the guy that said that about him before he dropped his belt to him. It just seems really... It makes too much sense. The pieces fit too well together. That's all I'm saying about it. You may go on. I just wanted to get that out there.
The only thing I want to say is you made a comment in the chat that Punk was firing off WWE references. Every single time Punk opens his mouth, it's a WWE reference. John, you're the third best member of your group. Are you fucking kidding me? We know he's referring to the Shield. Kingston, you're the second best Kingston I shared a locker room with. So now you're referencing Kofi Kingston. John, you're not even the best John that I've been that I've beaten in Chicago. What other John is there besides Cena?
What did he say? Eddie Kingston's the third best Eddie?
Right. He's like the third best Eddie.
And then Eddie Kingston wasn't even there.
You're talking about Punk was spitting facts. Spitting facts is one thing. The fact that everything that comes out of CM Punk is WWE related is fucking corny. But everybody, without WWE, CM Punk will not be fucking known. I like ROH. You guys have been long-term ROH fans. If you've been watching it for much longer than what I have. So, but let's keep it real. People always say, oh, his hardcore, his ROH fans, would still make him famous. Absolutely not. At the end of the day, when you want to put the companies into, let's say, divisions, WWE is D1, ROH is D3. It's still fucking D3 because guess what? It's still not on regular fucking television.
They don't even have a TV deal right now.
Exactly. It's still not on regular fucking television where people can have access to it all the fucking time. Like people were watching ROH on tapes that they were sending away for in DVDs and shit. From shit that happened like 2 months ago. So you can't tell me that, he had his real fans with ROH. No, he got famous from WWE, and at every given moment, he loves to fucking shit on the company that made him famous. And that's a problem that the top stars in AEW have. That's a problem. The three best talkers in AEW are CM Punk, Chris Jericho, MJF. Can we pretty much agree to that? That those are the three best talkers in AEW right now?
MJF,
you got somebody?
Jericho, you said?
Yeah.
I think Mox is a better talker than Jericho.
Well, I'm going to bring Moxley up. But your three top ones are Punk, MJF. All three of them throw shots at WWE every single chance they get. That's like 85% of their promo work. For Punk, it's 100% of his promo work. For Jericho, it's about right. For Punk, it's everything that he's about is a shot at WWE. Everything that he's about. Now, yesterday, Mox came out there. Mox cut a promo. when Punk called him out. Mox didn't mention shit. We all know you're broke. Mox was actually talking about what was going on in AEW. Every time I hear them say interim, it makes me sick because I know that, I'm the one here working or whatever. He's going with the story. Right. Jericho's new gimmick is a shot at sports entertainment.
Well, everything about Jericho, no matter what he's doing, ever since he's came to AEW, everything is a shot at WWE. But he knows, so if WWE calls him, he's gonna go back. That's the funny thing about all of this. He only is butthurt because Vince McMahon wanted him to keep doing the list and drink it in, man, and all that junk. He didn't want to keep doing that. I don't know what. That's why I told y'all earlier in the chat. All AEW has been from the time they started is fuck WWE, fuck Vince. WWE right now is fuck WWE, fuck that guy that used to work here. That's the only thing that's changed. They can't, AEW can't take shots at a regime that is no longer there.
Especially when
they've lost 100% of their promos. You can't talk about someone that's not there.
Especially when people within your own company are now like, damn, my man is in charge now. Shit, it's about to get popping over there. What kind of promo they gonna cut now? They homie in charge now. The guy that they wanted to be in charge is in charge.
Everything was centered on, I'm gonna grab the brass ring. I'm gonna do this. Oh, everything was a shot at WWE. Now, Cody left before Vince got in trouble. Cody left and came over. He was already saying, like, hey, y'all, he's basically already introducing it, saying, like, hey, I know I said I wasn't going to go back, but look, bridges can be rebuilt. I'm back. Now Triple H is there. Triple H is all about, we just said Triple H is a cool guy. Triple H is always, there ain't no biggie. It's whatever. You want to come back? All right, cool. We saw Karrion Kross just show back up. We're seeing stuff that normally Vince would not be doing happen.
Kross had a show to go to that day.
Right.
It's like, hey, you want to come back? Sign full time? Cool. And just run him back.
Right.
Dude, remember Samoa Joe? Vince fired Samoa Joe. Tripp said, I think the fuck not. Come bring your ass fuck back here. I think the fuck not. Bring your ass fuck back here.
Here's the thing
all these people left because of Vince, and it's like you can't. Your promo work is gone now. Your subject matter is gone. You can't talk about Trips. Trips is untouchable at this point.
And not to mention, like, this is the part that gets me. This is what, year 3 for AEW as a company?
Yeah.
Why are you even still mentioning WWE at all?
See?
Like, your promo. Your promo, that's the epitome of just being lazy and unoriginal to the point where you have to constantly depend on digging at the other company who ain't thinking about you at all. They ain't thinking like WWE ain't thinking about fucking AEW.
They are, hold on. They are thinking about them, but the way they're responding is by their storylines, putting on fucking great matches. That's how they're responding. They're not actually responding with fuck AEW and all of this other stuff. They're pretty much going, yeah, we hear you talking about us. Okay, we're gonna beat you in the ratings.
Well, there was a thing that happened over the past week apparently where someone in WWE tried to interact with a contracted wrestler with AEW, and I don't know how. I don't know how these contracts work. I know you can't do this like in the NFL or the NBA or whatever, when it's like one league, one company essentially. These are two different companies. I assume people all the time would just talk to other people from other companies and say, "Hey, when you're done, let's talk."
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Like, is it legal?
It's not illegal.
It's not illegal because guess what? At the end of the day, these wrestlers are independent contractors. These guys are independent contractors. So as an independent contractor, you can take on as many jobs as you can handle. It's not illegal for a company to talk to you if you're working for somebody else.
Because remember, I think that was just a few years ago before the pandemic. Remember, Sasha went over to like Japan and trained with a whole bunch of Japanese wrestlers, and she posted about it, and nobody even made a big deal about it. They're just like, oh, she's training. Like, I don't see if it's never been a problem now. It's only a problem. It's never been a problem. It's only a problem now because Vince is gone. Everybody likes Triple H. And Triple H is the fun manager. He's the manager. He's the supervisor that everybody loves to work for. He's a cool manager.
Right.
This was that bullshit ass manager that followed all the rules by the book. We don't like those type of people.
Trips was the one that was like,
who was it?
Everybody work done. Yeah.
Who was it? Adam Cole had said that he still keeps in touch with Shawn and Triple H even after he's like. He said publicly, like, I still keep in touch with those guys. We text each other, get advice. Like, that happens with a lot of people.
And he should, because NXT made Adam Cole a fucking superstar.
I believe it because even at the end of the day, we have to also remember this. Yeah, that's Adam Cole and Karrion Kross, but at the end of the day, whatever their real names are, they are probably the biggest fans of those two people. And for them to have their phone numbers and be able to ask them questions and have advice they probably never would have dreamed that in a million years to have that type of access.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I know, like, and at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure Triple H, I don't know about Vince, but Triple H has always said, regardless of what it is, it's just business. I still want y'all to succeed. Just because you're not under the WWE umbrella doesn't mean I want you to do terrible.
Yeah,
because with Trips,
that's how it is.
And with Trips, he's done it at the highest level in the sport.
Yeah,
he's done it at the highest level. So of course, when you have talent that are under your umbrella, they're always going to look up to you as a mentor. Mm-hmm. They're always going to look up to you as a father figure, or uncle figure or whatnot, because he achieved the highest that he could possibly achieve in wrestling. And that's why his product is so good. That's why NXT became what it was. That's why you see over the past few weeks, Raw and SmackDown has been fucking excellent.
Yeah, Raw and SmackDown have definitely become, slowly but surely, they're becoming must-watch television because unlike what it was looking like just a month ago, a month ago is good enough, where we were just having 3 hours. Raw was the main issue. 3 hours of a show that just never flowed. It never flowed. It was never made sense. Just random shit would happen. And now you get a 3-hour journey where you take swerves. It's like if you see something happening in the background, guess what? There's a reason as to why that was happening. You'll see it at the end of the show.
Right, like a fucking garbage can fire backstage. Turns out to be Loomis' crazy ass.
Like Loomis is going around being a pyromaniac now. So
it's kind of interesting because WWE before this began was Vince likes this, so we're going to do this, and it has nothing to do with anything else on the show. This is all we're going to talk about here. Nothing's going to be connected. AEW connects stuff a little bit, but it's just kind of like nonstop action for 2 hours.
Yeah.
To the point where, like, last night's episode, they didn't have enough time to show Bandito getting turned on.
That was the worst murder turn. Kenny Omega and the Bucks were standing like, what the fuck happened? We just won.
Here's the thing. Like, I'm not saying it's like bad. That was a great episode of Dynamite last night. Mm-hmm. I'm saying like you're getting different kinds of shows here, and then WWE.
I sat there and watched that shit.
One long story interwoven. It's so that we have different philosophies now in these companies, which is exciting. It's damn sure better than it was before all this went down.
I want to go to the Bandito thing. I sat there and watched that shit last night, and y'all saw me in the chat. I was like, wait, Dragon Lee, Roosh, ain't that your fucking little brother? Almost, ain't that your cousin? Why are you beating him up like that? They beat the mask off this motherfucker.
Like Greg said, he declined. That's what happens when you decline.
Well, did you see? Did you see Death Before Dishonor? What Roosh was doing to Dragon Lee? He was fucking him
up. Yeah. Yeah.
Also, happens to the same thing about them. Yeah, that's their one. That's always been my one major complaint with them. Is just you don't get time to just sit and enjoy shit.
Yeah, they don't let it breathe.
But
and
also,
then with AEW too, I was gonna say with AEW, like they either go too quickly or they take too long to pull a trigger on a lot of shit too with their stories. That's the problem. AEW has no in between.
But it's also such a tough complaint because also they're giving you a shit ton of stuff to get to watch and see. Like they're giving you a ton of cool stuff. So I think that's the thing that people get angry about is if you get a little critical about something else. But you thought none of that was good. You didn't like any of it. I didn't say that. Just slow down a little bit.
Yeah,
so now they're going to show that Bandito turn on Rampage. Like maybe you should have just saved it for Rampage then.
AEW doesn't know how to roller coaster. They just stay up. They just stay up. They just keep going. It's like, and then when it goes off, it's a crash. When the show goes off, you just crash. Like it's nothing. You have nothing left after a Dynamite.
It's like I've always said. They do and say things for constant shock value. It's like they just want to shock and surprise you throughout the duration of the 2-hour show. And like Matt said, they don't know how to have that roller coaster effect. Like have some promos in between matches. Have some vignettes. Hell, have a squash match that we don't give no fucks about. Just have a lull so we can have a breather.
So I keep saying Bandito, but that's because I'm watching Impact. It's Dragon Lee. I keep saying Bandito.
Oh yeah, Dragon Lee.
I corrected it.
Thank you. Bandito's he's wrestling in Impact right now, so I'm watching that and doing this. But Dragon Lee. That's my.
I will say the one thing I love this week, just with all the continuation, because not only are the stories like you seeing that whatever happens on Raw is going to stay on Raw and it's going to continue. Whatever happens on SmackDown, you're going to see a continuation of it. I like that they have woven NXT 2.0 into storylines because if you didn't watch Heat Wave this past week, you saw Blair Davenport and you saw Indy Hartwell confront each other. Indy was reading a card from her man. She's reading a card from Loomis. It was saying Index. And it was basically it was basically him saying like, "Hey baby, I'm back. Your boy is back. Your husband is back. I'm alive." So it's like little Easter eggs like that.
But I'm alive.
Like little Easter eggs like that are basically telling us like, all right, they're about to be back together.
There was a tweet I saw about that which made me laugh. And it was a guy said, "Oh yeah, it's good to see that Dexter Loomis has time in between dodging all these murder attempts to send his wife up to
He's over here wrecking cars, setting trash cans on fire, but hey,
and then rushing the ring. And then rushing the ring at the random last minute.
Getting arrested and then randomly being able to pop back up. I don't even know how you get arrested and not stay locked up.
Because he's Jason Voorhees. Because I'm doing this all for you. Doing this all for you, baby.
Ain't no, listen, like a little trespassing ain't nothing but a little $500-$600 fine. That ain't nothing.
and that just shows how creative Trips is. Because in NXT, Loomis was just spooky as hell. Now he's just flat out deranged.
And
listen,
the good thing, the stuff that I like that I've noticed, just like they drop so many Easter eggs and hints now during shows. Like Ciampa during his match, that tag match that they had, he did his move. What did he do afterwards? He did his patented. He did all that, but Miz was right beside him. When usually who is beside him when he does that?
Mm-hmm.
Johnny G.
Mm-hmm.
You see the shirt.
Oh yeah.
Damn, I should have worn mine tonight.
Like there, we all see NWO. All three of us got those shirt. That shirt. That's one of my favorite shirts to wear. It's like my most
Right.
comfortable.
First of all, the material on this shirt
so
is so
comfortable.
nice. It really,
I don't know what they was doing when they made
I don't know
that
what it is.
shirt.
That's my
Is that-
favorite
is that-
shirt.
Gargano and Ciampa have always like I've got a Gargano shirt that's like him covered in like Carnage from Spider-Man, like that kind of
Mhm.
and that's like one of the comfiest shirts I fucking own.
it's the
I don't know if it's
soft. It's like the soft wearable cotton. And it's stretchy.
Good shit. I'm
Why can't all
sure
their shirts-
crazy ass
why can't all
Chopper
their
in there
shirts-
was like, make us a comfortable shirt.
Why can't all their shirts be like that, man? That's
Right, like
can
this
do it.
is so. It's so comfy. You just hug yourself with it. Like,
so anyway.
Hey, WWE shop. I mean, my bad. Fanatics Experience. Hey, give us a sponsorship. We give us, especially me. I own a lot of shirts.
I do too.
I own more shirts than all y'all.
Yeah, but I want more shirts, man.
I got at least a month. I can wear. Remember, I did that shit with on the group. I had a whole like month and a half straight of different WWE tees. I could do at least. I could do at least 40 days straight with WWE tees. I could do at least 40 days straight with WWE tees. So I got a few tees. Plus I got a belt from WWE. So I paid WWE price for my fucking belt.
Man, sounds about right. You got to buy one because you can't wear one yourself. Anyway, we're getting to the next.
Damn, son.
Well, it looks like today's show is just going to be with me and Mike because
All I said was "damn, son."
I
I don't know how I got killed just for saying "damn, son."
This shirt just feels
Because
lovely. It just feels lovely.
I kills instigators. I gets rid of everybody on this.
You had already killed him. I'm just like, damn.
See,
All
look,
right, so,
look. See, don't that shirt material
shirt
feel
just
good
feels-
on you right now?
It just feels lovely. It just feels
It does.
Beautiful shirt.
Because for some reason, the black t-shirts from WWE, like the color black ones, they be stiff like fucking cardboard. And then after you wash them, shit's just stay in whatever position your ass was in last.
Yep.
Like
My sanity shirt that I got from them is it. That's exactly what it's like. It's like
it's
the group
cardboard.
sucks. Yeah.
Oh shit.
All right. Next up is I guess that's some major news. Really, just those two major talking points.
It was just that for the real big major thing for the news. I do want to go over the fact
Hit Row last week.
Hit Row returned. Hit Row returned at while we were we did our
Hit
show
Row,
on Friday.
Hit Row without Swerve because Swerve's still at AEW. Good for Ashanti. I don't give a shit about the guy.
Top Dollars.
I'm sorry.
Top Dollars.
I don't care. Ashanti and Donis is cool. BFAB cool. I don't,
They're cool, but
they can turn it around for me.
BFAB sucked, yo. BFAB sucked in the ring.
They honestly they all suck. Come on,
they
all
No,
suck.
Ashanti's good. Ashanti's good.
Ashanti had talent. He had talent. He was like Ashanti honestly was like a underdeveloped Mellow.
Yeah, Ashanti has a lot of talent. But I've felt negatively about other people that turn around on him. Cameron Grimes being like the main one. So maybe I'll turn on it. So let's get in real quick to Impact show last week.
Hold on, before we get into Impact show last week, I do want to talk real quick about Daniel Garcia versus Brian Danielson. And
we're gonna talk about that.
That was a great fucking match, and Brian Danielson made Daniel Garcia last night.
Made him a star.
Made him a star in a losing effort. And he did not look weak in that loss.
Mm-mm.
And I like the fact that it seems to me Bryan Danielson is doing what a lot of people claim to do but can't. Putting over young stars and making them stars in the process and telling stories in the ring.
He's being a veteran.
We hear him, right. Like he Daniel Garcia is the one who's really been on the mic talking the most shit in that little feud. Daniel Garcia was the one who was on the mic talking the most shit. Bryan Danielson was the one in the ring giving you the story in the ring. And yesterday he did at the end when he pretty much killed. First of all, I thought Daniel Garcia killed my boy DB with that goddamn pile driver because he landed directly on the top of his goddamn dome.
That shit was sick.
He landed directly on the top of his goddamn dome. So I was like, well, there goes his career again. That was the first thing that popped in my head. And then at the end, pretty much after DB beat the shit out of Garcia and gave that boy a concussion, with Garcia reaching for him, you saw Danny Bryan start clapping. Like, I like you, kid. Storytelling in the ring. And that was a good example. And like I said, he's doing something that okay, Daniel Garcia didn't get the final victory, but he got put over. He got put over because the crowd is on his side now. People he has caught the attention of people because of this feud. So now we're going to be seeing a lot more of Daniel Garcia, who I like. I think the kid is good. I think the kid is real good. Real good. If AEW plays their cards right and learns how to really write, they got a pretty good young future ahead of them with the stars that are in that company. Daniel Garcia, Ricky Starks, Jungle Boy. Those kids is young.
Hobbs is young too, isn't he? And Hook.
Right. Hobbs, I don't think Hobbs is over 25. Like, they got a young Hook. Like, they got a real good future. They got a AEW. You got to get it together because you got a lot of talent.
Hobbs is 30.
Really?
Same age. Yeah, he's 31.
No, 31. Hobbs is 31. Shit, that's good.
Really?
And they're starting to.
You know what I found out?
Depth in the women's division too, because Jamie Hayter's starting to look good. And
right.
Who's that person that Tony fought on Wednesday? Kylan
that
King.
Tall chick. Yeah.
She looked good. Like, looking good.
I found out something that blew my fucking mind. When Trips was feuding with Mick Foley, that man Mick Foley was 36 years old.
Mick Foley has looked 52 for like 30 years. It's been
he hasn't looked 18 since he was 18.
No, he didn't. He didn't even look 18 at 18 because they showed a video of him at 18 during that shit that I was watching. The motherfucker looked 30. He legit looked 30 at 18. He had a full fucking like goatee. Yo, Mick Foley was only 30, like 35 when he became champion. Like, come on. That man looked like he was at least 48. Ladies and gentlemen, that proves one thing and one thing only. Take care of your fucking teeth. Because when your teeth go missing, you age rapidly to the motherfucker.
He don't like wearing his fake ones.
One of the things that really grossed me out was during what was it, Holy Foley? Was that what it was called?
Is it Holy Foley or Legends House? One of those.
And he was talking about disciplining his kids, and he'd get mad. And when he got mad, his mouth would dry out, and his fake teeth would fall out of his mouth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Imagine getting yelled at by your dad and his teeth falls out. Like I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could take that punishment seriously. But yeah, man, that's Foley. You know, he was beat up from a young age. That's what happens. But anyway, so we'll go to Impact and we'll cover the rest of the week that we missed, and then we'll wrap up. Did y'all get a chance to watch Emergence?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I went back and watched that shit. Oh yeah.
Overall, man, that was a pretty great show. That shit was incredible. There wasn't really a lot I would have cut from it, honestly. Maybe. No.
I was
thinking like maybe Vaughn by Design and Saban and Kushida, but even then, that was still really good. Like
it was a good movie. It was a good filler. That's the one I was getting ready to think about too. But I was like, you know what? It was a good filler. It was a good transition before we got to the big match. So it could stay. But overall, that show gets a solid A.
Yeah. We got tag champs out of it with the VXT beating Rosemary and Valkyrie. Aside from that, everything else got defended though.
Right.
So like it was mostly predictable. Again, like we all predicted most of the show, right? But even then, that's because something's predictable doesn't mean it's bad.
Right.
Just because it's predicted doesn't mean it's going to suck.
And that's the great thing about Impact. You can know the outcome and they'll still tease the fuck out of you.
We
and
knew
on top of that,
Shane wasn't winning shit.
It's not even a point of
minutes.
It's not even a point of, you know what the thing about it is? It's not so much the outcome that we care about so much. It's the point of what you do in the ring before that outcome. You know what I mean? Like you said, with Impact is very kind of predictable.
It's not the destination.
It's the journey. Right, yeah. You know what I mean? Like a lot of matches, even with WWE, we know the outcome. We know who's going to win. We don't expect no one else to win. But if you put on a good fucking match, we're not going to care that we already figured this person was going to win.
Perfect example for all of this is SummerSlam. Because for majority of SummerSlam, we knew.
Right.
We knew it was. We predicted most of SummerSlam correctly. We knew it was gonna. We weren't shocked. It was execution. As long as you execute it perfectly, we don't care. Good.
Fans don't care as long as that's what you do.
Like, don't insult our intelligence and execute it perfectly.
And see, that's the thing that I think is going to change a lot with WWE.
Yeah.
Because no, not even that. Vince had a big problem of not remembering, so it would pretty much be insulting our intelligence with lines, with a lot of wrestlers and shit like that. We're not going to get our intelligence insulted anymore. A perfect example was the fucking Drew and KO segment.
Yeah.
Perfect example. KO said, you know what? I'm going to stop being other people. I'm going to be who the fuck I am, the prize fighter. Let y'all know what the fuck is going on. Real deal.
That was one of the best promos. That back and forth. That is a promo where 5 to 10 years down the line, when they're talking about a WWE, a Peacock special about this whole situation.
Weeks.
Yeah. The first where that will be the moment where you knew, all right, this is Triple H's show. Because at that moment, that was not two sports entertainers. That wasn't two wrestlers. That looked like two
grown ass men. That's about to fuck each other.
Heavyweight championship fight. A prize fight.
That looked like, they at Lowe's, and it's like, no, that's mine. No, this is mine. That's my grill. No, this is my grill. All right, let's fight. That looked like some shit was about to go down. I was looking like, Oh, okay.
They look like
y'all really about the scrap.
They look like that looked like a heavyweight championship fight right there. That was a prize fight.
That was really about to be a hoss fight. Like that was gonna be throw a dude at a dude. That like KO would have picked somebody up and probably thrown them at Drew.
Yeah,
and I love the way that match ended because it ended perfectly with the Usos interfering because we need to see that on pay-per-view for a title because Kevin Owens hit the nail on the head.
Yep.
He ain't had no title in 5 damn years.
That's crazy.
So it's time
then
for him to get
that. Then on top of that, KO said it. He said, "You're no prize, but I'm willing to fight." Like, come on, my man was with the shits. Mm-hmm. He was with the shits. But that's like you said, that's definitely going to be a promo that's going to be thought about later on.
Mm-hmm.
It's what's going on, JT? It's been a lot of great matches and a lot of great promos this past week. I mean, it's been between Impact, AEW, WWE. It's a good time to be a fan.
Everybody is on their toes.
I would say this entire summer, because I've enjoyed the entire summer of AEW, to be honest. But especially the past month, with Trips taking over, with AEW still continuing its momentum and getting guys back healthy, to Impact just being the most consistent brand in the entire wrestling business. Hey, I don't see how you can complain about wrestling.
You really can't.
I can't see how you can complain about wrestling.
Also, shout out to my boy, my GOAT, my personal GOAT, Shawn Michaels. NXT had their highest viewership this past week for Heat Wave.
In what? In 2 years?
Oh, yeah.
A year or 2 years?
So people thought HBK didn't know what he was doing. My boy knows what he's doing. We know what we doing.
I mean, did he just get a new title too? He's like something talent related.
He's like vice president of
VP of talent relations.
Yeah.
As much as Trips has all the high regards, right? Shawn Michaels is even higher.
Yeah.
He's even higher as far as greatness, as far as being an icon. So between those three brands, you have two of the greatest minds and greatest performers ever in control.
It just took HBK getting his eyes not crossed before he realized not to be an asshole.
Like,
so I was playing 2K the other day, and apparently in the My Rise thing for 2K, Shawn Michaels makes jokes about his eye. Like he said, you'll say something like, "Yeah, I know you keep an eye on me." He says, "Well, I can keep an eye on a few things right now."
Oh,
damn!
Wow! Well, at least Shawn has a sense of humor. He knows he got his ass beat, and he deserved to get his ass beat at that time. So
yes, he did.
That's what happens. Don't be trying to take the girlfriend of a Marine when you at the bar full of Marines.
They beat this motherfucker.
Just don't do that.
They beat his eye loose.
In the words of the late great Rick James, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Eddie, that's why he lost his smile, because he got that ass beat.
And Eddie Edwards has won the right to face Josh Alexander.
Oh, so good match.
Shit.
A good match.
I
wonder if now is when they do the.
I was just about to say, is this where they finally get the takeover?
Because now they've got lined up for the title shots. If you didn't watch Emergence, they beat Bullet Club so they can challenge for the titles. And now Eddie's doing. Maybe I would like to see them do that because they haven't done that with a group in probably since Dixie Carter's crew.
Oh yeah,
way back when. Like it's been a long time since a group
Because I almost was about to say like Fortune or like
I was gonna say Main Event Mafia.
Main Event Mafia or someone Aces and Eights, some stuff like that. It was a time where that's all that TNA did.
Nothing but Booker T doing his own commentary for his own match.
That is the funniest shit.
Oh,
Chet Lemon and Black Snow. Chet Lemon and Black Snow.
Who is this coming to the ring? Oh God, this Booker T. Oh, Booker T takes him down with the X key. Oh,
Booker's gonna Creed. Booker's gonna Creed. What's he gonna do?
When he be standing on the ring, he just be like, oh. I'm like,
here's a little bit of
crescent kick.
Here's another little bit of news since they popped up on the television. Those of you who are New Japan watchers and fans, the G1 climax was this morning. The final between Okada and Ospreay. And since it happened at 3 a.m. already, we know all the spoilers that's been out. The Rainmaker is once again your G1 champion. I was highly fucking disappointed wasn't no money.
I was talking about book. Look. All right.
Okay. Let me explain this one. Let me explain this one. I'm gonna explain it the best way I can because she's obviously a novice TNA fan the way I was. So let me explain to you the best way I can. At some point during TNA, Booker T and everybody that used to be in WWE pretty much took over.
Yeah, they called themselves the Main Event Mafia.
Right. And they were complete dickheads. Booker T and Kevin Nash and everybody else pretty much had their own little different personalities and shit like that. But because Chet and Booker T was Black Snow. And they actually did the commentary for their own match during a match one time. So that's what the hell we talking about.
And then Booker T, they basically just took over the commentary desk. And Booker T, as there's a brawl happening in the ring, him and Kevin Nash are commentating on it. And Booker T decides to. Meanwhile, Booker T this whole time is dressed in wrestling gear. He has on his King Booker basically gimmick. He's basically King Booker.
He's got the robe.
He has on the robe. So as this brawl is happening, Booker T has decided, Black Snow has decided, guess what? I'm tired of being Black Snow. I am now going to commentate my own run-in. So the voice you heard me saying, who is this coming to the ring? It's Booker T. That's Booker T commenting on Booker T in a commentary voice.
It was so great because he was doing
beating someone's ass.
He was doing it in third person. So he was like, I can't believe Booker T's doing this. Oh, no.
Booker T knocked him down. He hit him with the axe kick. Booker T's greatest of all time.
Yeah.
You're right back under these messages.
It's so good. Look it up. Look up TNA Black Snow.
Yeah.
You'll find it. It's the funniest shit.
Yeah.
It's how I would probably commentate if I did a run-in. Yeah, I would probably commentate my run-in like that. I'm not ashamed to say that. Yes, I'll be like, yep, here I come. And I'm about to beat their ass. Yep, up. Yep, he down. Yep, I'm the greatest. Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty much picture of a 15-year-old kid playing PS5, playing like 2K.
If you watch people on Twitch playing, just imagine that.
Right. That's exactly what happened.
It's Booker T, but it's Hall of Famer Booker T doing it. Like, it's just the greatest shit. Oh, God, I wish he did that more. I wish we got, like, a few more weeks of that commentary, too.
Right.
Listen, Flair and Lethal off is classic because Flair almost fucking caught a legit heart attack trying to woo with fucking Lethal. That was fucking classic. But so like I was saying, Okada is your new champion. I was gonna say Okada's your champion, and we're gonna go right back. The Okada won G1, and we're gonna go right back into the rest of this week, which was Heat Wave.
Heat Wave was
Yeah.
good. I'm obviously more excited because we got fucking Gallus back, the boys, Wolfgang, the Coffee Brothers versus Diamond Mine. Holy shit!
They
That's what I'm
have
talking about.
finally hit their stride with these TV pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
It took them
Because
a
that's
while.
what
It took them a minute.
they have finally hit their stride with these TV pay-per-views, and like that 2 hours flew by.
Quick as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I was mad that show was over because they gave so much in 2 hours. We saw Gallus. Well, we got the confirmation that Diamond Mine is basically about to be
Done.
Done.
They were getting ready to get Roddy's ass, but Gallus came in and said, "Fuck that, we about to beat y'all's asses because y'all got belts." And then on top of that, because now in the new WWE, we tell stories. We're going to utilize all of our time. They use a backstage segment later that night with Briggs and Jensen and Gallus confronting each other, and instantly we have a title match for next week for the NXT UK Tag Team titles. So, boom. Instantly.
One of two things happen. And yeah, honestly, I think we all know what's going to happen. They're going to win those belts. We're going to unify some belts.
Mm-hmm.
Until NXT Europe happens, we're going to have unified belts.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to get Gallus versus Diamond Mine. Because another champion showed up, leading to probably another title versus title match.
The Master.
Big Strong Boy showed
Big
up.
Strong Boy.
Big Strong Boy showed up.
About fucking time.
Our boy, Mr.
The Master.
Tyler Bate gonna whoop I'm probably not, but
that's gonna be a good ass match. He gonna be red because he gonna get
first of all
beat.
Yo, listen, my man JD. I thought JD was gonna win. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, he was looking good. He had some moments. That I thought was.
Especially after that first spear, and he stood up, and I was like, "Oh, they might let him win." And then he got
that's a good image.
Right, and then he got killed.
And then the best thing,
he took a good death.
And the best thing about that whole, like, before that match, storytelling, they told us, they dropped the hint. And I'm saying this because it's all the points are already secure, so that's the only reason why I'm saying it. They dropped the hint. Who wished Braun luck before he went out there? Apollo. What did Apollo do? Look at the belt. So Apollo probably gonna be beating that man.
But just like Kenny said about Garcia and Bryan, even in losing, McDonough looked good.
They good. Established that JD McDonough is going to be
a fucking problem.
He's going to be a fucking problem in NXT 2.0.
He's going to be a fucking problem, and he's going to cause pain.
And as much as people don't like Von Wagner, they're going to still establish the fact that he is a problem by giving him promos. Like, people forget that. If people are constantly on TV, like, they're not just putting anybody on TV. Like, TV time is precious. So if they're going to keep putting you on TV, they obviously see something in you and they want you to succeed. So we're going to keep getting more Vaughn. You're going to keep hearing
more
Tuesday.
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 You know, also good. You know, also
he's a freak of nature.
Tuesday. Giovanni Vinci.
Speaking of freak of nature,
I thought he was going to win. I definitely.
So did I.
Me and Mongo both thought he was going to win. I was looking like, oh, Mongo going. I was like, Mongo, bench Mello, and Vinci. I was secretly hoping you didn't bench him, and I looked at your bench. I said, damn. I looked at your starters, and I was like, damn, he benched them. So I can't hope for a -12.
Yeah, I want to risk it. I want to risk that.
Then he won, and I was like, well, okay.
I didn't get those points.
So I guess he just not gonna get the call up. Neither him or Mandy. Apparently, just be there.
Well, we know who they waiting for with Mandy. We know who they waiting for with Mandy. They waiting for.
Yes.
They waiting for Vicky Ventura.
It's that. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't think she's winning. I honestly don't know. It could be Cora. It could still be Roxanne. It could be Blair Davenport because Blair Davenport showed up. She's gonna be. I'm just saying now. She's gonna murder Indy. She's gonna take Indy. That's how Indy's gonna get out of NXT.
Yep,
Indy's gonna get sent over to Loomis. Mm-hmm. So it's like anybody can beat Mandy. That's the crazy thing about it. Anybody can beat her because Mandy's not that great.
I saw someone on Twitter get upset, and they're like, they're making Mandy unbeatable like Bruno. No, the fuck they're not.
They're just protecting her.
She's not unbeatable like Bruno Sammartino or Roman Reigns. That's not what this is.
Like, she's a chicken shit heel.
Yeah, she is Kurt Angle 2000. She is like no, this is not.
Oh yeah, the greatest rookie, the second greatest rookie. No, fuck it. It is the greatest rookie year. It's better than Brock's. It's better than Brock's. Brock just won one title. Kurt won them all.
Kurt won the world title. He was a chicken shit for his first run.
That man survived. That man survived the greatest match in my young mind at that time that they will never do ever again for some reason. The 6-man Hell in a Cell match. I love that match. And Kurt won. I was so pissed that he won because I'm like, no, he didn't do anything.
Kurt survived.
He just lived. That's it.
That is all Mandy's doing. And look, I don't like this like a long time holding champ. I don't like it at all. But stop comparing that to Bruno. Stop.
It's not a historic reign. It's literally there.
That's a good one. That's better.
JBL's
like JBL. JBL was almost never the better person coming out of the match.
Right.
He just got lucky every single match.
He won the title lucky.
Plus, it didn't help that JBL had a fucking clothesline that'll rip your head off if he fucking hit it on you too.
Because people forget. Yeah. I mean, he barely won the title. Remember, he won off of the Four Corners match, and him and Eddie had the buzzer beater. Eddie attempted to jump over him, but he pushed JBL back. JBL touched the corner first. JBL wins.
And then they did a callback to that when he fought Batista. Tried to do the same shit.
And then Undertaker murdered him numerous times during that summer.
So we had good stuff from SmackDown, including Gunther and Nakamura.
I love that match.
That match was incredible.
And I love the fact that they used the time to reestablish the importance of the IC title. They're doing that on both shows.
They're doing all the video packages. Yeah.
Yeah, those video packages are.
Listen,
they're getting in their bag with that.
They've done we forgot to mention a hell of a good match between AJ and Lashley.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, and that was the first time ever, which was surprising.
Yeah,
I was getting ready to say that. I thought they fought fighting TNA.
They didn't fight. No, they never crossed paths.
I think by the time Lashley, because Lashley went to TNA twice. Lashley went there for like a week, and then went and did Bellator. And then by the time he came back, AJ was pretty much on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
Because Lashley came in around the time of Aces and Eights. And Aces and Eights was when AJ was leaving. So,
because I don't think he was around when they were doing Beatdown Clan.
No, he wasn't. He was already gone. Because he leaves right after Aces and Eights when the EC3 runs him out of the company.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So, like, Lashley gets big off of beating EC3. So, like, we didn't really get that. And I'm surprised I wouldn't say for a pay-per-view, but damn, that was a good match on Raw.
That was a good-ass match.
So, between SmackDown, Impact, Raw, NXT, Dynamite, we had a great run of shows. just nonstop. It was a fun week.
It was a fun week. It was nonstop action. Total nonstop action, and I just can't wait to see what is going to possibly happen. We got Clash coming up. Drew McIntyre has already dropped hints that Broken Dreams is coming back.
Just for one
Mongo.
Just for one
y'all
night.
Hear tears. If y'all hear people crying,
it's us. So before we go, best match of the week from y'all. What was your favorite match of the week?
I'm gonna go with the Garcia Danielson match.
Yeah.
I will go with. You know what? I'll go with a match that was low-key a sleeper. I'll go with Dolph versus Fury, the actual main event of Raw.
That was actually pretty good.
That was a good ass match. Yeah.
I've read
Yeah.
something that said that was a match where they were trying to determine if they want to pull the trigger on the cash in or not. We don't know who is, and they're still teasing the fact that Theory could possibly lose this briefcase.
Oh yeah.
It might. If Dolph, like he's still talking shit to Dolph, we might be getting another Money in the Bank
time,
briefcase
baby.
change. I mean, if we get it, I'll love it. It'll be 2000.
He probably does.
Well,
honestly, he probably does. But I've been saying for years now that he's better than that crap they've been giving him with the selfie and all that.
Yeah.
He's better than that. And that match on Monday, that showed what the
and that crowd
talking
hates
about.
him. That's what people forget. He has genuine heat. Like he's gotten to the point where the crowd, they hate him. They do not like him. Like forget why they don't like him. They don't like him. That's all WWE cares about. You're booing him.
It's working. It's working. I don't know. I just don't think he is the one to beat Roman, so he probably does lose that briefcase. But whatever happens, I think he's probably still in the plans going forward.
Oh yeah.
Because like people are like, it's just he was Vince's boy. That was a Triple H signing.
Mm-hmm.
Trips brought him in because he was from Evolve, and that Trips was getting a lot of his talent was from Evolve.
And honestly, that's the only time we get to hear about Vince because he shows Vince is in still one of his selfies. Mm-hmm. That's the only time you see Vince is when Austin Theory comes out.
Aside from that, don't hear his name. Don't hear a thing.
That motherfucker's Voldemort.
And it's only so long before. And it's only so long before. We'll see how long that selfie lasts in his entrance video.
I honestly can't believe we're at this point already. Where like
Vince is Voldemort
at all.
He who shall not be named, motherfucker.
That's why I used to say, like, even with my joke, it's like, oh yeah, fuck WWE. Like, we hate WWE, fuck Vince, but WWE is like, yeah, fuck WWE.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy that used to be here. Because we're not saying his name.
I wonder, whoa. How much of the WWE library is going to have to be edited or deleted to keep man footage?
No, they're not going to delete shit.
Oh, they're not going to delete it.
If they kept Benoit,
but what if it got what if it got to that? Might as well just fuck everything for the past 3 weeks.
They're not going to delete off the library. They're probably just not going to promote Vince-related things. Like when you go back and see shows that have Benoit, even when he's like a main person,
it always has
it's not discretion. It's not his image on the screen for the show. Yeah.
Right.
So they'll do the same for Vince, where like they just won't show him in the screen grabs or whatever.
Perfect example is WrestleMania 23. MVP versus Benoit is a featured match, but ever since what Benoit did, they just put up like a WrestleMania 23 logo, or they don't even tell like have the match in the description. And
you got to watch to find it.
Right. Also, if anybody didn't see that video about Paul Heyman and the thoughts about Chris Benoit, that is a great video to watch. Go ahead and watch it. He hit the nail on the head.
That was That's going on with Jordan Grace hurt thing with the whole situation came out last month.
Oh yeah.
And it that is an evergreen statement by Heyman. I don't know if I can never disagree with that.
Right.
I'm gonna say my match for the week was Gunther and Nakamura. Just I fucking love those guys, and they delivered far better than I thought they were going to because they just haven't let Nakamura do a lot in the past few years.
They really haven't.
But damn, they beat the shit out of each other. That's what I want. That's what I like.
They brought back that workhorse.
The reason why I didn't give it my top match is because I'm sorry, Walter Gunther's look kills the image of him for me.
Because he's not chunky anymore.
Yeah, man. Like he's not a fucking bear trying to maul somebody right now.
Yeah, it's taking me a while to get used to. I get it. I do wish he was still big beefy Walter.
Because I feel like like I can understand that he still has the same power, or he might even have more power because now he's leaner with more muscle. But it doesn't give it the same. Wrestling is also all about the look and how it appears. You know what I mean? It looks a lot different when this big ass fucking grizzly is chopping somebody down than when I Am Groot is doing it.
There are a lot of like 6'3" in shape guys doing power moves. There are not a lot of guys that are in the shape he was in, doing those big ass moves, going hour-long matches, diving off the ropes. Like, it is different. It is. I'll give you that.
I always think about it like he was scary. He was scary when he was big, but now I look at it as if, like the whole ring general thing. Like I don't see the whole M. Bison thing anymore. I think of him as a Ivan Drago made in a lab type of superhuman killing machine now that he's leaner. Because now he literally just looks like he just popped up out of Rocky IV. Like Sylvester Stallone should be fighting him right now. Like that's what he looks like.
By the way, speaking of Sylvester Stallone, did y'all see his comments on wrestling?
Oh
yeah.
No.
Apparently, Sylvester Stallone talked to Sports Illustrated, and he is a big wrestling fan.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Woo. I got scared.
He ain't saying nothing bad. He said some good shit. Like, yo, it's
all right. I fucks with you, Sly.
He was like, it's a great way to relax and fantasy, some shit like that, yo.
Just don't make no more Rockies.
He said something about people saying it's fake, and it's like fake hell because I guess Hogan slammed his ass during the movie.
right. Because he was like, people were like, oh, wrestling is fake, right? He was like, you can't in 300 pounds jumping on you. You can't fake
him like a doll in that movie. He threw him like a doll in that movie.
Oh, like a rag doll, dude. It was.
Oh, my man, Thunderlips.
Oh yeah.
All right, I think that's going to be it for us. I don't think there's anything else to cover. We'll be back next week to see whatever more crazy shit happens in this world of pro wrestling.
Who will return next?
Oh God! Fingers crossed for Kenny's sake that we get Bray, because I think Kenny deserves that win.
Fantasy wise, don't come back.
Fantasy wise, don't come.
Don't come back.
Y'all so far ahead. Come on.
Bullshit.
Yeah, right.
Don't forget to follow us at Facebook.com. Right. Don't forget to follow us at Facebook.com/UnderTheRingPod and Twitch.tv/UnderTheRingPod. Don't forget, we're here every Thursday around 8:30-ish or so. Yeah. Well, all right. 8:30-ish.
Just
follow the damn page so you know. All right. Don't forget to also follow us on Twitter on our individual pages. We got the right of my boy Greg Bush SK. You got me, the picture man.
Whoa.
Greg Bush SK,
the
prediction share.
Okay, all right.
Motherfucker.
Got Rock Reyes 44, Kenny himself.
Yeah, me, Rock Reyes 44. You got Mike, Mr. Freshman. Yeah, Mike, Mr. Freshman. You got my boy Matt, the right answer. And we always got our street team who couldn't be here today. My boy, Boriel Maliente. That man right there will have a whole bunch of news on his goddamn Twitter page and a whole bunch of random other shit too. Because that's what he does as our street team. He gets the name out there. Now, once again, don't forget to follow us.
Also, the wrong answer this time, bitch. Anyway.
Hey!
Sorry, I had
I
to.
supported you.
Thank you for joining.
Yeah, that's what he did. That's what his ass just did.
Bastards. A lot of you. Bastards.
Yeah, that's why you gonna lose your title. See, just for that, Matty Reigns gonna come back, and I'm gonna be Hollywood Matty. I'm
There we go.
I didn't want to hear that shit either.
we're gonna fuck around, and Justin gonna win.
Oh, hell to the motherfucker who ain't even here. But just join us next week. We're out.